Hey guys, so I have my current obsessions for you. I'm calling it obsessions because these aren't just favorites for me, these are things I continuously repurchase, and I don't do favorites videos very often because when I find a product I love, I just use it over and over again forever, so it's hard for me to show you a bunch of new products for every month, you know? I also have one product that I'm just gonna get out of the way. I hate it and I want to love it because everyone seems to love it. It doesn't work for me at all. It is the MAC Prolongwear Concealer. I have it in the shade NW15. I get this so often and then I hate it and I throw it out or give it to someone and then I get it again because everyone always talks about how great it is and I'm like, maybe I'll just try it a different way. I try it with a lot of moisturizer, a little bit, none. I try it not setting it with tons of different powders, using a tiny amount, using a lot. Like, no matter how I use this, it looks awful on me. It claims to be creaseless, and for so many people it is, but for me, it creases like nothing else that I use. Like, I didn't even know I had a problem with creasing on my under eyes until I used this, no matter what way I use it, and it always looks cakey. So I just have to, I need to stop buying this. It's not good for me, no matter what, so this is forever a no for me. Okay, on to the favorites. First thing I want to talk about is the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. Your Skin But Better. This is the original one, not the hydrating one. I have this in the shade Fair. My only problem with this is I wish it was a little bit lighter because it is just slightly too dark for my skin in the wintertime. But it is like the perfect amount of yellow, which is what I need because right now, I'm not sure if you can tell on camera, I'm using the Rimmel Stay Matte foundation and it's a little too pink on me because my neck is very yellow. So anyway, this matches my neck in terms of goldenness, and this foundation, I have oily skin, and for some reason this lasts really well on my skin even though it's so hydrating. It feels amazing. When I put it on, I feel like I'm just putting moisturizer on, and the finish of it looks so natural. I do have to set it, but it just looks like my skin. It doesn't look like a crazy thick foundation or anything, so I love this, and the coverage is really pretty great. So this is, I love this. There's no more, so I need to buy another one. Next up is actually a highlight. I use this a lot in videos. This is the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Baked Powder in Highlight 01. Not sure why they call it Matte Radiance. This is clearly a highlight. I have it on right now, on my cheekbones, on my nose. I love this because it's not one of those highlights that is obnoxious and super glittery and shimmery. This, if you want it to be more, if you want this to stand out more, you can absolutely make it do that, but if you just use it, you know, swipe it on your cheeks lightly, it looks super natural and just glowy, which I really like, and it's light enough for my skin. A lot of highlights are just dark enough that you can see them on my skin, whereas like this one, you kind of just see the shimmer reflect, you know? Where other highlights is like just a dark stripe, but if I'm in the light, it glitters. You know what I mean. So I love that, and it's just like the perfect shade. It's a gold shade, but I feel like it works well with every look, really. Okay, next up is a primer. I think I've mentioned this before. This is the Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Primer. This primer is amazing. This is an eye primer. I put this on, my eyeshadow lasts all day long. It doesn't wear off at all, like my shadow stays as vibrant as it did when I first applied it, and when I try to take it off, this is a plus and a bonus. It's a struggle to get it off. Like, I have to work really hard, but I mean, that's what I want. I want my shadow to last forever, and this stuff is golden. Next up, this is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores powder. This is the loose version. I do want to try the pressed version just because this is a mess and I'm not a fan of loose powders. But honestly, this really, the name says it all. It really does make you look flawless. All your pores will be gone. It's perfect. And for setting your makeup, even if you're not doing it for the pores, I have super oily skin, and with this my makeup lasts twice as long before I have to blot. So this is kind of a staple for me now. Next up is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I am wearing it right now. I have it in the shade Taupe. I have tried the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I had it in a red shade because my hair was red when I was using it, but I think this is pretty much the same. Some brow pencils are too creamy where as soon as they touch the skin they kind of melt away, or they deposit so much pigment that you're like, oh no. But this is nice. It's a harder pencil and you can really get hair-like strokes in there. It's just the perfect pencil. It's a super tiny tip and the spoolie is amazing. I don't think it's worth the money to get the Anastasia one when this is just as good. Maybe the shades aren't as good, but it's worth it to me. I can adjust the shade, you know, with powders and stuff. Next up is a blush that I've been loving, not just this color, but this brand. It's the Essence Silky Touch Blush. I have 3 of these and I pretty much only wear this blush. It is honestly the best blush I've ever used. This one is in Autumn Peach. I'm wearing it right now. They're so soft and they last all day long. Like I never noticed that other blushes that I have actually wear off throughout the day until I wore this one, and at the end of the day I was like, oh wow, I still have blush on my face, you know? It was never something I paid attention to. But with these blushes I'm so amazed at the longevity of them. Next up is a NYX Prismatic shadow. This is the shade Girl Talk. My only problem with this is I bought it at Ulta, and as soon as I opened it, the whole eyeshadow just kind of fell out into my hand. So I don't know if it just like dried out there or something. Now it's all cracked, but this shade is perfect. This is a great shade if you're looking for a pink highlight and you're super fair. This looks excellent, and it's just so frosty and it's just beautiful. Next up is what I have on my lids right now. It is the Infallible Shadow by Loreal in the shade Iced Latte. The Infallible shadows are all incredible. I love this shade lately though, just because I like a lot of contrast in my eye looks. This would even be great as a highlight. It's just so beautiful, and these last a really long time. They're really buttery and they just apply real easily and blend easily. The Infallible shadows are where it's at. And the last thing I want to talk about, I saved for last just because it's kind of a hit and miss with me. It's the MAC Prep and Prime Skin Refined Zone Treatment. This has salicylic acid in it. This is great for oily skin. I put it on my T-zone, on my cheeks, and it really does help with my oiliness, but pretty much every foundation on top of this is really difficult to apply. So, I don't know, it's like, I would almost rather blot than put this on just because it makes my routine in the morning that much longer, but I have this is water and glycerin. If I spray this after this and then put my foundation, you know, dot it all over my face and then blend it out, and then spray this like as I'm blending it out, it helps because I guess it just needs some more slip. But this is kind of very tacky, and I think that's why, because the foundation kind of grabs at it, and I don't know. It's great for oiliness, but it's kind of a hassle, so. That's it for my current obsessions. I don't have any lip things. Right now I'm wearing Buttercup by Gerard Cosmetics. I did dye my hair. This isn't as dark as it's gonna be, but since I was platinum, it kind of absorbed all the color. It's gonna be a little bit lighter, and I made my roots darker than the rest because I wanted it to be a little bit of a fade. So that's a favorite. I'm glad I'm kind of done with the white hair because that was a hassle in itself. Yeah, I'm really excited about everything that's happening right now. I have a new job, and I'm super excited about that. I don't want to say too much. But yeah, things are looking up. I hope you all had an amazing Thanksgiving if you celebrate. I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day. Oh, please let me know down below, what is your favorite like high-end foundation? Not like super, not like Gucci. You know, something like a Sephora foundation, because I love drugstore foundations, but all of the ones I have are too pink, and it's so frustrating because I'm almost like embarrassed to leave the house because I'm so pink. And yeah, so let me know, because I have been like obsessively watching review videos on different foundations, and I just need your recommendations, please. Bye guys.